your point about human resources waiting for someone to educate them or to help with the process of moving the ball down the field in this discussion is a really interesting one. And I think about what that must have been like. I mean, I know what it's like when I was working for a company and I went to a department like human resources asking for something, and it just felt like the wheels would grind to a halt. And it could be something like very still like I need a form for something, right? And it takes 2 weeks to get, or keys, whatever, a new name tag, whatever it is. But that's very different than having to educate an entire department on a whole new way of interacting with employees, that probably would seem from the outset to somebody who's not really deep in it, that a lot of the discussion might seem to go against company policy or company practices. Like, so you sort of end up in this place where you're like, I want to do the right thing, but I don't want to get in trouble for doing the wrong thing. So I'm not going to do anything. And you just sort of sit there, right?
And you hesitate. Yeah.
You hesitate. So, it's maybe speaking to somebody who is in a similar situation right now where they're either waiting, they've had this conversation, they're waiting for the company to take action, or like maybe they are worried about coming forward because they don't know whether the company is going to take it seriously. How did you approach that next step in the conversation with the hotel, just to get the ball rolling?
Right. Well, you're meaning from when I came out to everyone.
Yeah.
So basically, when I did express my identity to my management team, it was well received. There was no issues with moving forward or beginning conversations. I think it was definitely self-led. They were definitely reliant on my active participation. And that is something that it was challenging. I am still quite privileged. And so to begin these conversations for people who are not as privileged as myself was something that I took on. And it was quite trying at times. But, individuals in human resources, they are very open and understanding. And I think definitely coming with a housekeeping list of items that I needed, definitely got the ball rolling. And it was very easy to compare it to, things that my other colleagues already have. Right. But essentially, everyone was quite open, and I just needed to be that force to kind of ask for time.
Right. I imagine that it would put another level of pressure on, or if you have to go in as the person asking for change and then having to educate the people on the change you want to see, could be a heavy burden, and might prevent people from actually coming forward in the first place.
Right. And a lot of the time this is on another little layer, but a lot of the time trans experiences are heavily regarded and used for optics a lot of the time. And not a lot of the time are we compensated for providing that insight.
Interesting. You're almost acting as a consultant, and maybe you should be compensated as like kind of for time and expertise, right, and giving direction rather than just give me your opinion. What should we do? And okay, go back to, all right. Yeah. Lunch break's over. Go back to work.
Yeah. Go back to the front line.
Yeah.